Hey everybody, welcome back. It is your human anatomy and physiology teacher, Mr. Poser. This is going to be our second video in our unit on the introduction to the human body. And as you can see from the title here, we are organizing life. So how do we organize life? Well, we categorize it in our study of it, I should say, into 6 different categories, going from the smallest and the least complex to the largest and the most complex. So we are going to be studying the human body at all 6 of these levels throughout the year. So without further ado, let's get started. This picture here is basically wrapping up what we're going to be learning about today in this video. So if we are studying the human body here, we can break it down into 6 levels. We can study the human body at the chemical level. We can actually take a look at the molecules in the atoms and how they play a role in how they affect the cell, because many atoms make up molecules, many molecules make up a cell. So if you're studying cytology, we are studying the cells. That was a term from our last video. So cells, many cells, while they also can be organisms, single-celled organisms are a thing. In case of our, wow, look at that, in case of our human biology that we're studying this year, multiple cells make up tissues, and tissues are groups of cells that serve a common function. So that's studying histology if we're studying tissues. Tissues, multiple types of tissues, can help make up an organ. So take a look at our stomach here. Our stomach is made up of several different types of tissue, like epithelial tissue, smooth muscle. It's made up of this, and it has a membrane covering it that is made up of another type of tissue. And so we might be familiar with organs, you know, your stomach, your gallbladder, liver, your heart, lungs. Those are all organs, but all of these organs are made up of many types of tissues. And moving forward from there, many organs or several organs make up an organ system, right? So the stomach is one of several organs in the digestive system. So it goes esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine. Those are all organs in the digestive system. And then finally, all 11 organ systems, some say there's 12, but all 11 organ systems help make up an organism, help make up the human body themselves, a multicellular organism. All right, so that's basically the gist of what we're going to get into today. Let's just, write a few things down before we finish this up. So we have 6 levels of structural organization, as I alluded to before. The chemical level is studying how atoms are combining to form molecules and the roles that different atoms and molecules play in the function of a cell. So studying biochemistry might be at that level, but studying cytology is studying, well, the cells. And cells are really basically made of molecules. Like the cell membrane is made of phospholipids, lots of different proteins and carbohydrates and nucleic acids, which we talked about in our first unit. Those are the types of molecules that make up cells. And of course, many cells that are all specialized and have a similar function, make up what's called a tissue. And there's lots of different types of tissues. We won't get too far into tissues. We used to have a unit right after the intro unit just on tissues, and I don't think we're going to do that this year because we're going to kind of spread out the tissues knowledge among the other organ systems when we study the other organ systems. But if we're studying tissues, we could be talking about epithelial tissue, like stratified squamous epithelial tissue, or we could be talking about dense regular connective tissue, that kind of thing, or smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. And those are all different types of tissues, and many types of tissues, or several types of tissues, can help make up a fully functional organ. So as I put here, organ is made up of different types of tissues, and this is what you might be more familiar with, like your liver is an organ, so on and so forth. And many organs working together that also serve one function and maintaining homeostasis in the human body. That's called the organ system, and an organ system consists of different organs that work together. And some say 12, but for our purposes, humans have 11 organ systems. Hopefully we'll get to all of them this year. And then finally, when we put all of the organ systems together and they all serve their functions simultaneously, they are all maintaining homeostasis, we are at the organismal level. and an organism is made up of many organ systems. So this can actually be taken further, but since this is a human anatomy and physiology class, we're going to say this is the most complex level. But if we were, getting into just regular biology, we might take that, many organisms make up a population. Many populations make up a community. Many communities with the non-living part of the environment is an ecosystem, and many ecosystems make up the biosphere. But yeah, if you want to take it there, go for it. I'm not stopping you, but this is how we're going to organize our study of the human body and of life. And that is it for this video. So let me know if you have any questions. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.